when you're writing about love, how you have a crush on someone, very delicate and very blurry emotion. I don't think AI is delicate enough to process that.
I think this is very important. This is why we are human beings and robots, right? We develop a lot of different skills. We become funnier. We become more interesting.
What skills do English majors actually develop besides language ability?
I would say writing. Structural writing. Last semester, I took a writing class that was writing essays using like APA structured stuff, which I never learned before. And I learned the ability to read English materials, like very boring, like academic researches in a short time. I learned how to like locate the information I want ASAP. Of course, I can use AI, but sometimes they don't give me the things that I want. So I just ask them to provide the resources and I dig into the exact paragraphs that I want. So reading skills, and then the analytical skills to write down what I learned. Because I can't just copy and paste, right? I have to read and then adapt it to my own and then write it down in a very structured ways. Yeah, so I think this is also some skills you can learn in English department that might be helpful if you want to do documentary or like you want to be a professionist inside English, like literature study, etc. Yeah.
And I think it's so important to be critical because when using AI, usually a lot of times when AI gives you something, that might be wrong. And if you are critical enough, you know what is wrong, what is right. So you know what to use and what to not use. Yeah, that's when you just like what you said, you cannot just copy and paste what you're given. Yeah. So I think in this kind of training, like this 4 year of training in the English department, that you will be more critical, and when you're using AI, it's much better for you to use it. With this critical mind in your head, right? So has AI changed the way you study or write, like after like ChatGPT, Gemini has been released?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think in the beginning of AI coming out, I became so lazy because they can write so many things for me. Like, why would I put in an effort? But then I check like how it writes. It just doesn't seem right, and it doesn't sound like me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this is the human part where we're talking about. It doesn't sound like any human being at all.
That's right.
It's not you.
It's not you writing.
A lot of abstractions.
Yeah, because
nothing at all.
I want when the teacher see my essay, I want he graded or she graded for me, not
for
the AI.
Right.
Yeah. So
And sometimes you lose your voice.
Yeah, true.
It's not how you usually write.
It becomes a different person.
Because it kind of just guides you, and being lead like this is not really my thing.
Or sometimes mislead.
Yeah.
So what do you think AI still cannot replace?
Human connection.
Right. Like the time we are having now, right? The discussion, the meaningful discussion we are having now. Because don't you guys find AI way too flattering? They will support you. They are supportive in the very beginning, and they will give you a big list of advice afterwards. I mean, in the beginning, no matter what you do, no matter how bad your data is, AI will always encourage you to continue this life. But I think at the end of the day, it's not authentic at all. I appreciate this authentic human bond that we share together, right? Because AI, I don't know where that comes from, and it doesn't carry the same human words as anybody can do for me. So I don't know, what about you guys? But personally, I think the encouragement from AI is not real.
I think AI cannot replace the sensibility? How detailed human writers are with emotions inside literature works. So for example, when you're writing about love within teenagers, how you have a crush on someone, it is very delicate and very blurry emotion, which I don't think AI is delicate enough to process that and like structure it very carefully within details. I think that is only something you can write out when you have experienced it. Of course, AI can generate something out of like its huge database, but it will be repetitive, or it will be kind of like cliche, like you'll read this and be like, I've seen this somewhere, I've definitely seen this somewhere. It's not new. Yeah.
That's true. So next one is it's really related to AI. So can AI truly understand culture, emotion, or human experience? What do you think about this? Do you think I can truly understand this? All this, like culture, emotion, human experience? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it can make a list of like taboos, the tradition, but it can never really experience it.
Right. I think this is where we need human beings. Yeah, this cannot be replaced. This is human beings to involve, to intervene, right? And that's when we shine. How do you personally respond to students' anxiety about AI?
Oh yes, I think it is huge, right? Because obviously, every single student in my class is having this problem. They are so worried. They are very concerned due to the rise of AI and technology and so on and so forth. So I will always encourage my student, if you want to lead a happier life, more meaningful life, you have to scroll less. This is always the key takeaway in the last class, in my EMI class, in my English class. I would just encourage them to be true to themselves, to develop an interest that they enjoy, and then scroll less. Scroll less and they will be happier. So I think in a sense, of course, AI is taking over so many different occupations and jobs and responsibilities. But the point is, you must find out something meaningful. You must find an interest that only makes sense to you. So you can become a healthier, more meaningful individual in society. So this is why I would say we should stop using social media, technology less, because I think it just occupies so much, a big amount of time in our everyday life. I ask students to look at their phone and check their use time. Oh my God, the number is so shocking. So shocking that I cannot even believe my students sleep or not. 8 hours, maybe 9.
Yeah.
Just the average, right?
Yes.
So you can see this huge number has everything to do with their anxiety, depression, mental health issues. If you cut down on the use time, you will realize, wow, your everyday life is still functional, and you will see a lot of subtle differences that you didn't see before. So I would say in this age of AI, we just have to scroll less and try to rewire our human connection. I think this is very important. This is why we are human beings, not robots, right? So we still trust each other.
Yeah, so like we've been talking a lot about English studying, and I wanted to ask you guys, so what about your school life? Like, as an English major? Yeah, so the first question is, what was the most overwhelming reading assignment you've ever had? Yeah, for me, I had a assignment like it's about 40 pages to read, and I couldn't make it. Yeah, I think I just read about 20 something.
So you pretend.
Yeah, right?
Like every one of us.
Yeah, that's, we'll go back to the first question. Yeah, I couldn't finish it, and I was so nervous and so anxious at that time because I didn't finish it, right? And when I went to a class, I asked my classmates, "Hey, what about the letter half, the 20 pages 20 to 40? What happened there?" And they told me, "Oh, there's a 20 to 40? There was only 20." I said, "Yeah, there's 20 to 40. Yeah,
that's a lie."
Yeah, it's really a lot of reading to do. But at that time, I was thinking, maybe the professor wanted us, to do a lot of reading and wanted to train us to do a lot of reading. So at that time, I think that's a kind of training. But on second thought, I think, maybe I should not have read through, word by word. I should just read, just browse over it, because 40 pages is a lot of reading, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so sometimes I need to do like word by word reading, and sometimes I need to do like just browsing. Just get the main idea, and you can have discussion if you need to do this, to do discussion in the class about the book or the chapters that you have read.
Yeah.
So what about you guys?
I can relate to the part of word-to-word reading. If you ask me what is the most overwhelming session, I would say Western literature.
Right.
Yes,
a lot of
exactly.
For that one.
Like when I was reading Norton, it was like a brick.
Yeah. That's like 3,000 pages. I can see you like a thin page.
Yeah, and then like you have to read like a part of it every week, and then you have a test, right?
Right.
I struggled a lot first when I was reading Bible, and there was a guy like. He was like, I believe in God, and God was like, okay, I'm going to make you suffer a lot. Do you still believe in me? Do you still believe in me? You still? I'm gonna kill your wife. I'm gonna kill your animals. I'm gonna make your house blown away. You got a disease. Do you still love me? Like that. I was like, this story is so pointless. And I spent 3 hours reading that text. Yeah. So that was the most difficult part. Probably shouldn't have read word to word into it.
Right. Yeah. For that kind of reading, maybe not.
Yeah.
Because you can never ever finish that.
Yeah. Really.
Even you are given like 4 weeks or 3 weeks to do the reading. Yeah. So maybe that's the point. I think that's the point that the professor wants us to, to do adjustments. Sometimes you do word to word, sometimes you don't. Yeah. And next one is, what's the hardest presentation or report you've done? What kind of presentation? think maybe debate. Is that
Yes.
a hard one to do?
But
I think
that
it
is not in the course now. I'm not sure if I can. Okay, I took a debate course, so maybe it's fair. Do you guys have anything to share, or I'll
Yeah.
continue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hardest presentation will be like the first time I do debate. I don't know, it was impromptu. So I was doing parliamentary debate. Basically, you got 15 to 30 minutes to prepare before you go on stage, after you see the motion. So motion, 15 minutes, go on stage. And then you're expected to speak for 7 minutes while your opponent can interrupt you between the first to 6 minutes. Ask like questions.
Wow.
And I gave up after 2 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
So
A lot of pressure.
yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Like I have to come up with something on the spot. I don't even know this motion. And I think the topic is this house regrets the narrative that all suffering should be meaningful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, what? Huh? Yeah. So you
What's going
start
on?
by not having a lot to talk about. You don't really know what to talk about. I was like, yeah, of course suffering is meaningful because you learn stuff. The end, yay. Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
struggle at the first.
So what about you? What do you think? Like any experiences?
I would
Hardest
say
presentation?
not yet. I'm looking forward to the challenge, but because I started to major in English this year. So no, like last year. So this is actually my first school year for English department. And I think because it's so related to our daily life, the texts are really relatable. If it's not relatable, the teacher will make it relatable. So now I don't really think it's really hard to do a presentation. Yes.
And do English majors actually all speak fluent English, do you think?
No,
They all speak fluent English?
I know we are.
Yeah. I think
Pretty
this is
good.
the anxiety most of students have, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly the anxiety most of the students have. Oh, you have to speak perfect English, no flaws, grammar always correct, syntax beautiful, everything's wonderful. You act like a native speaker 100% all the time. But I think it's just more than your speaking ability, right?
Yeah.
English department offers so much more. It's about speaking ability, of course, that's number one, but there are some other abilities which are rarely mentioned. For example, your critical thinking ability, the way you appreciate things even more and you become more human and you write beautifully. I think these are the skills that you develop in the English department too. And there are so many good courses, wonderful teachers who will help us along the way. So I think this is the best part in the English department. We've developed a lot of different skills. And we like the time you mentioned you took this Western literature class, right? That one also helped you to become a more careful reader because you read between the lines, right? I mean that one Bible, oh my God, Bible could be really challenging,
Very.
difficult, right? And you just
Right.
have to try your best to understand what's really going on here, why there are so many figures, so many characters, so many different turns, but you just understand, oh, this is how the Westerners make sense of their everyday life, and this is part where I can do close reading and you read between the lines, you see deeper meaning in this, in that, here and there. I think that one is just really meaningful for us. So there are so many other different skills, right? It's not just about speaking, it's about you becoming a more and more informed individual, more sensible individual in society. I think that part is really important.
Yeah, and actually that stands you out from other people.
Yeah, so it's not just about fluency, right? Apart from fluency, there are so many different skills. Yeah. We become funnier. We become funnier. We become more interesting.
More free.
That's about it for today, right?
Oh my,
Yay.
we've made it.
Yeah,
We've made it. Oh my God, thank you so much.
Thank you
Okay.
guys for coming.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's the end of the video,
Yeah,
right?
I think that's
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.